and the overall 2014 Roots International Homecoming Festival by extension. Modou Bajan, GRTS News.
We will be back with news from outside the Gambia after this break. Don't go away.
Under the distinguished patronage of His Excellency the President, Sir Professor Dr. Alhaji Yahya AJJ Jammeh, the Gambia Radio and Television Services Staff Association is organizing a fundraising gala dinner and dance with the renowned Senegalese superstar Titi. Yes, it's Titi live in the Gambia, courtesy of the Staff Association of the National Broadcaster. Friday, May 23rd, 2014 is the mega gala dinner at the Benjamin Hall, Paradise Suites Hotel, commencing at 8 p.m. Platinum tables, $60,000, diamond tables, $50,000, gold tables, $40,000, and individual tickets, $1,000 only. Saturday, May 24, 2014 is the grand dance at the Paradise Suites Hotel, commencing at 8 p.m. Tickets, $300, VIP, $500 only. Surprise Gambian artists will also perform on both events. Support the Gambia Radio and Television Service Staff Association to ensure enhanced service delivery and make GRTS a world-class national broadcaster and pace-setter in the sub-region. Titi live in the Gambia, courtesy of the GRTS Staff Association.
Welcome back. Malian President Ibrahim Boubacar Keita has warned members of the MNLA that no group will hold the country hostage. President Keita was speaking in a televised address shortly after news of renewed violence in Kidal in northern Mali. The disturbance occurred during a visit to the area by Malian Prime Minister Moussa Mara. We have details of that story in this report.
Violence during the visit by Prime Minister Moussa Mara to the MNLA Tuareg stronghold. The president of Mali was talking tough on television. I swear to you, these vile actions will be punished. These can be qualified as crimes against humanity. Nobody will hold Mali hostage. President Keita praised the courage of his prime minister. Both men criticized the common front of MNLA fighters and radical jihadi groups such as Akim, Ansardin, and Mujao that have filtered back into northern Mali. But the president remains open to talks with the armed movements there. We are heading for talks. We are convinced that only this can save us. It can save us if all the concerned parties, the Malian government, the international community, and the armed groups keep their promises. Continuing any dialogue between the Malian government and the armed groups in the north is also the position of the Integrated United Nations Mission for Stabilization in Mali. The UN mission confirmed on Monday night that some 30 Malian government workers taken hostage by MNLA rebels had been released. However, the lack of action by the UN mission during the fighting in Kidal continues to worry President Keita.
Libyan special forces have moved to clear the capital after a section of the regular army went on the rampage in Tripoli. Security forces have been struggling to control a recent upheaval that began in Benghazi. A number of foreign embassies have begun evacuating their staff from the capital. We have details in this report.
Months of political crisis in Libya threatened to turn into civil war. This neighborhood was partially destroyed by Colonel Wanis Bukhamada's forces following an attack against parliament. General Bukhamada's forces backed the Libyan National Army and General Haftar, who vows to drive out Islamist militias that the renegade military claim have taken over the country.
We, as members of the Special Forces, declare that any attack on the nation or the people will be crushed. We will defend the will of the people with our troops and with our weapons, the battle for dignity that is being led by the National Army.
This is a blow to the regular army that is struggling unsuccessfully to restore order and stability.
The so-called National Army does not exist. It is not legitimate. It runs contrary to all military laws. No one can declare himself chief of the army and divide that military institution.
Libya is divided and in a state of chaos. Saudi Arabia and Algeria have closed their embassies and evacuated their personnel.
Thailand's powerful military has imposed martial law in the country. This development comes amid increased political uncertainty in the country. Thailand has been gripped by inter-party clashes since the last coup in 2006. The army has assured the public that law and order will be maintained. We have details in this report.
Army declared martial law on Tuesday in a surprise move it said was aimed at keeping the country stable after months of political unrest. The move effectively places the army in charge of public security, but it denied that a coup was underway.
The Royal Army intends to bring back peace and order to the beloved country of every possible. Up their movement in order to enter quickly the process to solve the country's problems. We are asking the general public not to panic and to carry on their duties and work normally.
Troops were deployed in central Bangkok, mostly near hotels and television stations, as well as on the outskirts of the capital, near the camps of government supporters known as Red Shirts. Thailand has experienced 18 coups since 1932, some of them not successful. The last one in 2006 ousted Thaksin Shinawatra, a business tycoon turned politician who is currently living in exile. He remains the hero of the Red Shirts, mainly rural populations from the north and northeast.
If General Prayut Chan-o-cha does more than implement martial law, such as staging a military coup, or if he intends to go against the Constitution and not act according to it, the Red Shirts have no choice but to fight until the end, because this is a democracy group. We have a duty to maintain democracy.
Meanwhile, anti-government protesters seeking to overthrow the government appeared to welcome the announcement of martial law. Earlier this month, they achieved a first victory when a Thai court ordered Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra, the sister of Thaksin, to step down for abuse of power.
In order to cooperate, we are suspending all activity, and after that, we will evaluate the situation.
The Thai army leader met with officials of the caretaker government following the announcement of martial law and called on rival movements to discuss matters. The government welcomed the move to restore order. It said it had not been informed beforehand of the army's intention, but that it was still running the country.
We now take our second break. Don't go away. Welcome back. We now join the Weather Center for the day's weather outlook.
This assures us of a continuous flow, and from there, everything follows. And for those of us who know what the River Gambia stands for, understanding its sustainability in all aspects of life is easily confirmed. The River Gambia provides nutritious delicacies as food, while it provides its wildlife a balanced ecosystem. This river, as a sanctuary, is committed to its inhabitants' needs without season. And as you travel along, all these values are replicated in one company, Elton, just like the River Gambia, leads in its commitment to values that matter most. Elton, championing the vision for a new generation.
Hello, you join us at the Central Forecast Office for a look at the day's weather. The day has been warm and sunny. We take a look at the satellite image showing convective clouds over the Gulf of Guinea states and central parts of Africa. Tonight we're expecting variably cloudy and scattered rain showers over places and over the west coast region. We're expecting scattered thunderstorms and rain showers during the early hours of the morning, becoming warm and partly cloudy in the afternoon. And over the entire country, we're expecting thunderstorms and rain showers during the early hours of the morning.